Division of polynomials, one of the more exciting things you're going to do in mathematics. So when we do this, we're going to be setting up a table, and it's going to make life a lot easier. Then we're going to check out all of our work over here on desmos. So let's start this. It says divide x cubed plus 4x squared minus 16x plus 8 by x minus 2. So I said I'm going to set this up on a table, and that's exactly how I'm going to start. I first start my table and I write the x minus 2 right away. So what we're dividing by is going to go on the side of that table. And then what I like to do is I like to just draw a line straight across through the middle that divides those two pieces up. And then I match that on the top and the bottom. After I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start labeling all of the original equation that I'm dividing into along the edges. And I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to take that x cubed and I'm going to put it right here. Okay, I'm going to take the 4x squared. I'm going to put it right there. Then I'm going to draw another line down. And right after that 4x squared, I'm going to put a negative 16x. I'm going to draw one more line down. And when I have that line down, I'm going to bring that positive 8 down there. So let's go ahead and put a positive 8 at the bottom. Okay. And then all I need to do at that point is bring one more line to close it out. And I am going to erase the rest of this. Whoa, it's not going to let me do that. I'm going to go ahead and draw that back. Let's do this. I'm going to draw that to here and then to there. Okay. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do is I start with that x cubed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide that into the first box. Okay. And then what I'm going to ask myself is nice and simple. What on earth do I multiply x cubed by x by to get x cubed? So if I multiply x times what to get x cubed, that must be x squared. So x times x squared is x cubed. And then I do that, I do the exact same thing. I work my way down to this next box below. I'm going to work vertically. Okay. When I do this, I'm going to say, okay, well, now I know what goes up here, which is x squared. I multiply it by that negative 2. So I get negative 2 times x squared, which is just negative 2x squared. Okay. Now I know based off of what we've done before that the sum of this diagonal needs to be equal to 4x squared. So now that I know that, I say, okay, well, what can I add to negative 2x squared to get 4x squared? Well, that must be 6x squared. 6x squared plus negative 2x squared is 4x squared. And then I go back to the original statement with this x and I say, okay, well, what do I multiply x by? So what do I multiply x by to get that 6x squared? Well, that must be a 6 and an x. So I put 6 and an x here. 6x times x is 6x squared. And then I bring it down all the way down through. And what I do is I take that 6x and I multiply by negative 2. So I say 6x times negative 2, 6x times negative 2, that's going to be negative 12x. And I say, okay, well, negative 12x goes here. Once I have that set up, I'm going to go at the diagonal one more time. And I'm going to say, okay, well, what do I add to negative 12x to get negative 16x? That must be negative 4x. Negative 4x plus negative 12x is negative 16x. And then I end up back at this original statement, which is the x. Well, what do I multiply x by to get negative 4x? Well, I know that I multiply it by negative 4. So negative 4 times x is negative 4x. And then I bring that down I say -4 times that -2 is going to be +8. Now, we've just done the division. What that means is we have two factors, okay? We have x minus 2 as a factor. Then we have this other one that is what our answer is, x squared plus 6x minus 4. This is our result of the division, okay? In the beginning, I said we will check our work on Desmos because it's going to make life easier to know that we've done this correctly. So I'm going to come up to Desmos and I'm going to type in the original equation, which was f of x equals to x cubed plus 4x squared minus 16x and plus 8. There's the original equation. I'm going to put in our results of what we've got. So I'm going to rename it to g of x. I'm just going to put a new name in there just because I know what I'm working with. I'm going to say x minus 2 was our first factor. Okay. And then our second factor, x squared plus 6x minus 4, which is what we did the division to get, x squared plus 6x minus 4, so plus 6x minus 4. Close out the parenthesis. Let me make sure this is out of there. And notice what happens. They overlap, which tells us we have done the division correctly. We are in great shape. If we extend this just a little bit, we can also see if I just type in x minus 2, check out what happens. It intersects on the x-axis at 2 with the blue graph. And then if I type in the other answer, x squared plus 6x minus 4, those intersect the x-axis at the other 2 spots. So that's another way we can verify our work. So we got lots and lots of ways of doing this, doing the division using that table. And then of course, coming back here, checking our work on Desmos is going to be a super big help. And there's division of polynomials. It's good stuff.